What up, UREV Nation? Welcome into the 143.
Back for the episode 14.
Episode 14. You are right.
Indeed.
You are right.
7 plus 7.
We have a guest star with us today.
You
may
might
have seen him
recognize
before.
his voice.
Sean Wright, ladies and gentlemen, who is not saying anything.
We promise he's here, even though he's not saying anything.
You know, it just took me a minute.
It did take him a second. Sean was here when we talked about the Cowboys with Sean, and that was at 4 a.m. So we're doing a lot better. It's
New setup
7
is
p.m.
great. I love the setup.
Yeah, we've innovated. We've evolved.
If you will.
Not that we believe in evolution,
We all
because
have our
we don't.
personal cameras.
We do.
Getting a frontal POV of us recording.
Recording.
I think it's pretty fantastic.
I think
Do
it's
that split
interesting
screen,
for
baby.
sure.
That
It's
way
great.
we can have a little banner at the bottom so y'all know what we're talking about. Makes
Yes.
it look more official.
Joseph is going to remember
Right?
the banner this time. That
We
is
were
what's
supposed to
going
do
to
it
happen.
last
You need the
time,
banner.
but
We were trying out a new software. I apologize. I don't know what else
it's
y'all
some
want from me.
bumps on the
Hey,
way,
we're
but
going to go
good
ahead
now.
and just start the show because Nicholas is again spewing blasphemy like he likes to do from the other side of the table.
dare you. Blasphemy.
Let's just go ahead and kick it off with our stat of the week, brought to you by Tate's Forge. Side note, Tate's Forge will be inactive for 6 to 8 weeks as he is rehabbing a broken arm that he got in a go-kart accident.
It was actually a forging accident, you know. Those in-game injuries are pretty brutal. Puts
He
him
just
out.
he hit his arm
6
with
to
a
8
hammer and
weeks.
just
So all of
cracked
you
it.
fantasy managers out there, remember to take Tate out of your lineup for the next month or so because he's going to be out.
He will probably be on back order for a little bit, but that doesn't mean don't order anything. Like I would still order stuff because he's that much quality. But T's and P's up for TP
Absolutely.
May his arm
Heal.
rest in peace.
pieces because it was
Absolutely.
broken. Anyways,
Let's get on with it, shall
the
we?
stat of the week is, since we're talking about NBA playoffs today, Golden State scored 71 points in 20 minutes of game time the other night.
What a doozy.
Thanks to Steph Curry, Jordan Poole, and Klay Thompson, shooting the way they always do, shooting the lights out of the building, as they like to say. And that is our stat of the week. That's really impressive. A lot of people are saying the dynasty could be back. You never know, but
Who knows?
yeah, they're back and they're
I
ready
say
to
it's
play.
too soon to tell.
I think it is a little too soon.
The
to tell.
Nuggets
Yeah.
are not a good enough team to say that they're back. Like, the Nuggets are solid, but it's not like they're beating some insanely good team.
That's true. That's true.
But
That's our
in
stat of the
light,
week, brought to
in
you
light of
By
the
Tate's
NBA
Forge.
playoffs.
Thanks, Nick, for letting me get that out.
Hey, we already talked about him, so we can move on now.
That's
Just kidding,
true.
Tate. We love you. TP.
TP.
He's the
TP.
man. All right, so player of the week, Mr. Jalen Brunson for the Dallas Mavericks, tying the series 1-1, had an elite performance, absolutely electric. Okay, career high 41, 5 assists. He was 6 for 10 on threes. Ladies and gentlemen, he balled out, and he did not have a single turnover. So
Dallas breeds
thank you so much,
champions.
Jalen Brunson. Also, along with that, Maxi Kleba putting out 8 for 11 on threes, which is huge as well. The big man
Attaboy
shooting like a
Klebe.
baller. If we can keep doing that and then maybe get Luka back, I think
I would say
we would be in business.
we're not winning unless we get Luka
Business
back.
would
No.
be booming.
Actually, let's jump into the
Let's just go
NBA
ahead and
playoffs
jump
talk.
into it.
So, obviously, our team here on this show is the Mavs, as all of us being from Dallas, and
Gotta root for their junk Dallas teams, but
that's what we do.
it's whatever.
That's what we
It
do.
hurts.
Luka decided to play the last game of the regular season, which didn't matter at all, and he hurt himself. So he's been out for the last couple playoff games. Expected to possibly come back. We don't know for sure yet. But Jalen Brunson carried the team last night, as Nick was saying, 41 points, career high
right.
for him, and it was great game.
Once again,
but it was a home game.
remind you, last night was Monday.
Yes,
we were
sorry.
recording on
Today's
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Should I spit that
We
clear
release
before?
on
Honestly,
Wednesday.
it might have been a good thing Luka's out for a little bit. Gave Brunson a time to shine.
It really did.
It showed our players that we don't only need Luka to survive.
I will say we would like to have Luka
I would
back.
love to have Luka back.
But
If
that was-
Jalen can put up
That was a good
41
team win
Go.
last night.
and Luka can come back, then I think we will be in good shape.
Because Luka, plus additional 41 points.
That's true. If Jalen could do that when Luka's back,
And it
that
takes
would
the
be insane.
workload off Luka because obviously whenever he comes back, all of the defenses are going to be like they're going to be set up to stop Luka, right? Because he's our best player.
That's
so
true.
you have to stop the best player, and then if they do that, then maybe we can set Jalen Brunson up for another 41 burger, but who knows? First
That would be
we got to
ideal.
worry about getting Luka back, which is the big thing.
I think that we just need to get Luka back because if you don't have, first of all, in this league, they've shown you need at least 3 stars to win. And we only have one.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
We only have one,
I don't know about that.
and he's out. Okay.
Remember the old stars of old? The old
Stars of old.
The old stars of old.
The old stars of
The
old.
one super team, to quote, that was supposed to be amazing and win tons of championships.
Ooh. About to throw some shade on
OKC.
someone? Okay.
Kevin Durant,
Kevin Durant,
James Harden,
James Harden.
Russell Westbrook.
That's true.
What did they do?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Well, let's talk about the super team that was supposed to win it all this year. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook.
Where did that go?
They didn't even make the play-in.
Sat
That's
in
true.
the 11th
But
spot.
I just feel like as the Mavs, we really need Luka if we're going to go anywhere.
Okay,
if we're
so-
even going to beat
LeBron,
Utah.
LeBron's still the GOAT, even though he can't take his team to the playoffs. Get
Wait.
out of here.
Ooh.
Where
Get
is this
outta
coming
here.
from? Is this from your last episode?
It might
One
be
of the
from
last
a few
ones.
episodes
A few episodes ago?
Mm-hmm.
Listeners, if you didn't get that reference, go listen to past episodes.
Please do. MJ versus LeBron. It's very obvious.
Another member of the Bool Club.
We'll sum it up for you right now. It's MJ, but
It's MJ.
you can go listen to it.
Well, that's what we hope the Mavs can get Luka back, keep rolling because we love the Mavs. But go to the East for a sec. Talk about the big series in the East that's getting a lot of popularity. The Nets versus the Celtics. You got
Right.
KD
It's a
versus
big one.
Jason
Tatum.
Tatum. My bad.
J-Tay.
Kyrie Irving flipping off fans, doing what he
Cobra.
does.
about
Let's
Kyrie?
just get this out of the way. Kyrie Irving, I don't like him at all. I think
Who does?
he thinks the world is flat. I don't know. Like he just kind
That
of
is an interesting.
he's an
belief.
interesting guy. Thinks he's the best at basketball. He's not, and
So self-centered.
he's very
Not
self-centered.
a team player.
He leaves teams like when they really need him. He doesn't. He just takes 2 weeks off for no reason.
Selfish.
So he's there, but Kevin Durant obviously is one of the greatest players of all time, and he's there. But they did lose to a buzzer beater to Jason Tatum the other night, and Jaylen Brown. I really like the Celtics in this series, especially with Marcus Smart being defensive player of the year. The Celtics are just better at defense, and in the playoffs, you have to have defense.
That's
You can't.
true.
It's
Absolutely.
not like obviously the NBA has become such an offensive-driven league. But if you don't have even just a little bit of defense, like the Nets don't. Like
It
they
starts to change that in the playoffs.
yeah, they ranked close to last in defensive efficiency, and the Celtics were in the top 5. So I just think that will be the thing that wins the Celtics this series. And I'm also tired of hearing about the Nets, so if they could go ahead and lose, that'd be great.
That's true. Never been a Nets fan.
They were like they're not very good.
I like
coming in.
Steve Nash, but that's
I love Steve
like
Nash.
the only
Love
real
me some
guy that I'd
Steve
be
Nash.
rooting for on the Nets.
That's true. But who do y'all have Celtics in that? Or
Oh,
Nets?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the Celtics win. I kind of like Jason Tatum. You know, it's pretty electric. See him, even though the buzzer beater was just a layup, it was still pretty cool to watch. But I do think the Celtics are gonna win by a lot. I mean,
That
the Nets just haven't been playing
You know-
well together this whole year,
no, they haven't.
and I don't really feel
You can't
like
just shove.
that's not gonna change
It's
in the
like
playoffs.
it's like the Lakers. You can't just throw a bunch of superstars on a team and then expect it to mesh.
Yeah.
So like you have to have that chemistry. Let's talk about two teams that actually have done very well with their chemistry. This is going to be a very tight series. I think the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies playing tonight on NBA TV at
Absolutely.
7:30 Tuesday
Yes,
night.
sir.
So by the time you listen to this episode, the second game will have been played. But that's a series that I'm super excited for. I love Ja Morant. I love the Grizzlies. I love that a team from not a big city is doing great.
Mm-hmm.
And some people have them winning the finals, although it will be hard to beat Phoenix, which I also
The
love.
Suns
Phoenix.
are probably gonna win it all.
I love.
Yeah.
I
If
love
you
the
ask
Suns.
me,
Chris Paul, it's his
I
time.
want to see
It's his time.
CP3 get a ring.
But the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, no joke. They just have these teams are loaded with young studs.
It is crazy to think that Anthony Edwards is 20 years old just because I'm 20 and I think
I am also
Joseph
20.
is 20. Sean is 20 and he's up there
Sean will be
in
turning
the
20.
NBA playoffs.
Turning 20 soon.
Turning 20 soon.
Currently 19.
Currently 19.
my fault.
A few more
My
weeks.
I know. My bad.
Nick, you're not a great friend.
Fake.
Anyways, let's just talk about the first game then, okay? Let's just move it on. Keep this train moving,
That's
all right?
true.
The train doesn't stop.
That's true. That was really good sound effect.
Obviously,
Thank you.
Timberwolves
practiced.
came out big. Won
Game one.
That was
That was
pretty interesting
surprising.
to watch. It was very fun to watch as well. I think Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards were getting it done.
Well, you know why though? Because Ja made 4 of his first 5 shots, and then
after
missed
that, he
9
was
out of 10.
absolutely garbage.
He missed 9 out of 10 after that.
Yes.
Nothing.
So like your star has to be better. It was his first game back after a while being injured, but you have to ask for more from Ja. He even knows that. I will
supposed
say
to,
something
lead
that's
the
drawing
team.
a lot of attention. Ja posted a scene of Michael Jordan in the locker room after losing game 1 of a series with a cigar and a baseball bat or something,
Yep.
saying, trash talking about how even though they're down 0-1, like basically they're going to come back and just whoop the other team. And John Morant posted that basically saying like, yeah, we're down 0-1, but we're coming back and we're going to, beat Minnesota. A lot of people are having a problem with it because John Morant is, he's not Michael Jordan. I actually kind of like that move. I like that he's putting that out there saying, like, all he's saying is, yo, we're down 0-1.
We're not going down without a fight.
Yeah,
Like,
he
I don't really
wasn't
think it's
saying-
him comparing himself to
I
Michael
don't think so
Jordan. I
either.
think it's
Agreed.
just him saying that he's got the Michael Jordan mindset.
Yeah, everybody
you know?
wants to be like, everybody's saying you should be like Michael Jordan if you're playing the NBA. Like, have that mindset.
And
Plus,
if you don't have that mindset, you're not going to win.
no, you're not. You're just out there for the money. So
Yeah.
I really like that post. And I know Skip Bayless this morning on Undisputed was going off. And so
Really?
was Shannon Sharp about how he shouldn't have done that.
my
I
goodness.
think that was
Nah,
I support that.
He's respecting the GOAT.
he's saying this is who I'm gonna be like.
Yeah,
I
that's
want
not
to
a
be
bad
like the
thing.
greatest. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna bounce back tonight and win. That's all he's saying.
It's confidence.
You
He's
you
scaring
have
the
to have
other
it. Everyone like when people don't have confidence in the NBA, the sports media is like, oh, they lack confidence, and then when they do have it, they're like, oh, they should be less
They're cocky.
Well,
cocky.
Ja is supposed to be the star, right?
Right.
Like he's supposed to be the star of his team and kind of this.
In a way, he's supposed to be
series
like
as
Michael
well,
Jordan of
right?
that team.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I
agree.
mean, he's not saying he is Michael Jordan. He's saying I want to be like Michael
Yes,
Jordan.
Exactly.
So-
He
Be
just
like
has
Mike.
that winning
Yeah.
mentality, you know.
I like the Grizzlies. I want them to go far. I would
Mm-hmm.
love to see a Suns Grizzlies matchup.
Yeah, like you were saying, it's
Yeah.
not one of the big city teams. You know, it's
Phoenix and Memphis.
like the Grizzlies. They've just been building for a while, and then they just, I don't know, they just decided to
Right.
be really, really good this year with Ja Morant leading them to success, and I think that's going to be pretty huge for them. They can keep
Let's
make sure Ja can play like a champion, play like Jordan.
let's go around real quick and just say who you have in the finals and then finals champions. I think although I love Memphis, I think the Suns are gonna make it. Golden State will be a challenge, but I think the Suns will make it to the championship, like to the finals. And I think honestly, I feel like Milwaukee's gonna go back. I think it'll be the
Okay,
same.
I was thinking
but I think
the same
Phoenix.
thing. I was gonna say Suns Bucks, but I feel like that's just kind of boring because that's what happened last year.
I just think there's no
But-
way it doesn't happen again, because the greatest players come out and play in the playoffs, and Giannis and like CP3 and like it's all about experience too.
That's true.
So you got all these young teams; they're just not ready yet. I don't think. And
Yeah,
I would love to see the maps.
I'm gonna just say
I'm not
Suns,
saying they shouldn't
Suns,
go.
Bucks, and Suns are gonna win.
I'm gonna say the same
But-
thing. Are you?
Okay, when you
I-
think about it,
I
Okay,
realize that's kind
wait.
of boring, but that's my pick.
Let's hear
okay?
Sean's
mine's
take.
kind of
I'm
an
an
in-depth
expert.
explanation.
I
know. Oh,
but I
boy.
feel like it makes very much sense.
We'll see.
So, Grizzly, right? The brown bear.
Oh wow.
The second strongest bear in the bear species, right? Below the polar bear, of course. But the brown bear would obviously destroy a timber wolf, whatever that is. I think it's fake. I mean,
I see where you're going.
some people might have seen one before, but I think that's myth.
Okay.
My take on it. So I take Grizzlies in that. Grizzlies against Suns. A bear can't take on a sun. That's illogical. That doesn't make any sense. Obviously, I take Suns in the championship.
Okay.
But Bucks, Suns Bucks. You can't have a buck.
You just can't beat a sun.
You can't beat a sun,
You can't beat the
Whether
sun.
it's the son of God or the star, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. It's a deer. Okay.
That's a good point.
I don't care how big its horns are. It's a deer. You know how many deer
So are you
are
saying
shot
are you
a
saying
year?
Suns Bucks and you're picking Suns?
I'm picking Suns.
Okay, cool. Good job, Sean.
All right, so you're just like everyone else in the world. All right, moving on.
That was an
Did you
interesting
hear?
explanation.
Did you hear that explanation on Skip and Shannon?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Liar.
Oh, that explanation?
my explanation.
Oh, I thought you meant
In
like
depth.
their explanation.
No.
No, I didn't hear your
See?
explanation.
Unique.
Do you think there's a reason I didn't hear your explanation on a professional sports talk show?
No, I'm the first one to do it.
Okay. No, I was just wondering. That was an interesting
why
take.
would you go off
It's very valid take.
logic and facts, Joseph?
When you go off of mascots.
Yeah, you're supposed to go off the pictures, Joseph.
You didn't know
Do you know
that?
anything?
Hey,
even
I
watch
will
sports?
say this is cool because this is NBA playoffs we haven't seen before where the 7 seeds are actual contenders against the 2 seeds. Like it's not the series except for I think the 1 and 8 seed series. Those are pretty much wraps. But the rest of them could actually be good series.
Yeah, for the most part, all the series are like
Very entertaining.
They're close and they're good to watch.
So
right?
I'm excited to we'll be checking back in about the NBA playoffs over the next couple months. But that wraps that discussion up. Now we're moving on
Lastly,
to
I feel like we should just say get those Toronto Raptors out of here.
That's true.
We don't want you in our league.
'Cause
Go
we're
76ers.
America.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm also glad LeBron's not in the championship.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
just
true.
because.
Or in the playoffs.
I'm tired of people being like, oh, he's old, he's still doing good. Like, I can't wait to see LeBron in the championship. Well, this proves LeBron's been washed up. He can't take a team of super
Can't carry.
teams.
Can't
Can't
carry.
carry anymore.
Michael
That's
Jordan
the team
could.
that he low-key
Jordan
built.
could.
Like, he got the players that he asked for, and what did he do with it? Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Not a thing.
All right. Now we are moving on to our sports movies.
A little fun segment.
A little bit of a fun segment.
The NBA playoffs was
We're gonna talk about
all
our
that
favorite-
happened, so we thought we'd have something a little more fun for y'all.
Super fun.
Joseph, take it away.
We're going to go around talking about our favorite baseball teams, baseball movies. Guys, I'm so used to talking about teams. Baseball movies, favorite basketball movies, favorite football movies, greatest sports movies of all time. We've done so much research for this. We've just been crunching the numbers all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I
Watched
put off
so many
all my
movies.
homework, all of it,
So
to
much.
study for this show. All of it.
All of it.
I hope none of my professors are listening or parents.
Yeah, I haven't done homework in like 2 weeks because I just been
Just
watching
because
sports
of this
movies.
episode. I would have to say that's priorities.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's start with baseball movies.
All right,
Nick,
so
Take it away.
first off, baseball movies. A lot of good ones out there, all right? Immediately what comes to mind for some good ones, The Natural.
The Rookie.
Or you could let me speak.
Who
since
is the
it's-
floor?
Since it's my turn.
I'm good.
Okay, so I was thinking The Natural.
Sorry, you
The
just
Rookie,
normally don't
and
say
then
anything right on the show, so I have to
Moneyball, right?
get in there.
Wait,
So-
wait. Badoom.
Those are my top 3, and of those, I'm going to have to pick Moneyball, okay?
Good choice.
Elite because, for one thing, it's cool because it's based off a true story, right? Starring the Brad Pitt and our boy,
Our boy
Chris Pratt.
Oh.
and Jonah Hill.
Goes over
Love
the Oakland A's from 2001 whenever they won 20 games straight, and it was talking about how they were a very, very, very low budget program, but they were able to beat big ball clubs because they were focusing on base percentage stats, and that's kind of what they focus on the whole movie is how they're getting the guys that are overlooked by the big ball clubs.
Cheap.
And they're cheap, right? And that's why they're attracted to Oakland. So let's.
It's
Next.
an amazing movie. It's a phenomenal movie.
Phenomenal.
I'm gonna have to agree. Moneyball is
It's
one
probably
of
like
my
top 10 of all time.
yeah.
not just sports. just all
Moneyball is
time.
one of my
Ooh.
favorite movies. Period. So but definitely my favorite baseball movie. But there aren't a whole lot of baseball movies that aren't good out there.
That's
So,
true. Name one bad baseball movie.
I can't. I literally can't.
Because I probably haven't watched a bad one.
I haven't either.
There's some out there.
What's your favorite one though?
The Sandlot.
That's a classic.
Instant classic.
Instant, you know.
Instant classic.
So rewatchable.
I think
The
there's a lot
sequels
of
are
good morals that you can also take from that movie. I can't think of one right now
Like
off the
run
top of my
faster
head.
than the evil dog.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true. But those baseball movies are always good. Moving on to basketball movies.
What was your favorite one?
Not as Moneyball. I was with
Ah,
Nick on that
I
one.
see. Agreed.
Moneyball, like I said, one of my top movies of all time. Top 10 for sure. Maybe even top 5.
Oh,
It's up there.
I love sports movies. Though. I'm a
We
big
like to
sports
bring that
movies
quote
guy.
in from Moneyball.
If
If you don't win the last game
there you go.
of the season, nobody cares.
And that you can apply that to
That is the
life.
truth.
You can apply that to
That is
anything.
the truth.
That might be the number one
If
quote
you
of all
ain't
time.
winning, nobody cares.
Aside from stuff in the Bible, because that tops everything else. But
that's true.
that quote is underneath that.
Top tier.
Okay, basketball movies. Sean, you start us off. What's your favorite basketball movie?
What's it called again? Something Glory.
Glory Road.
Glory Road.
Dude, that one is
That's a
so
good
good.
one.
That's
So
actually
good.
Dude, that's actually my favorite too.
Really?
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
It's a great movie, you know.
It's
Kind of underrated, I feel like.
I think it is too because you don't hear about it as much as you hear about like Hoosiers,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But Glory Road, coach takes the first college basketball all black team to the tournament,
And they win it.
win.
and they win.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really good inspirational movie.
Right.
But
Mine, so obviously top 3. Glory Road, Hoosiers, Coach Carter. For me, the winner
That's
is
true.
Hoosiers. That one's just a classic, you know.
that is a classic.
Can never go wrong with that movie. It's about the old Hickory team winning a championship.
You really can't go wrong with any of these movies that we've been naming.
Oh, absolutely. Recommend all of these as a watch.
That's true. I don't think there's one sports movie we're going to talk about that we've watched, that we've liked, that we wouldn't want everyone to go watch
Yeah,
immediately.
I would say all of them are great because sports movies are just great because America is sports,
Agreed.
Absolutely.
The nation of sports.
the nation of sports. We're goated at every sport,
Everyone.
every sport except for maybe soccer
I was thinking soccer.
and or cricket
Is there a national
and
US
or
cricket
rugby,
team?
I'm sure there is. Moving on.
but all the real sports that matter,
That's true.
we're good
Moving
at it.
The other ones don't matter.
Okay, football movies. Mine, all-time favorite movie,
Easy.
all-time sports favorite, all-time favorite of all time. Have I said all time enough?
Say it again.
All
What
time.
did
All
he say?
time.
Did he say
All
all,
time.
time?
Did he
Yeah,
say
okay, he said all
just
time.
this one time?
No, I said all time.
All time.
All time, all the time.
What is it?
every
What is
time.
it? What is it? What is it?
Remember the Titans.
Ooh.
Remember the Titans is the best movie ever made, in my opinion. And I love Denzel Washington in it. I love the message. I love the movie. I have it pretty much all memorized, and that is a big brag on my part. And I love that movie. So that is my favorite football movie and my favorite movie of all time.
Solid choice.
Very good take, I think.
Dude, I appreciate that. Bombo Preach. For
Bombo
those of you that
Preach.
don't know what Bombo means, go listen to the new Bool Club episode dropping sometime this week.
Did we explain it in the
Featuring
episode?
under review. We kind of did.
I think we did. You're right.
Yeah.
Nicholas,
I'm gonna have to agree with Joseph. Remember the Titans.
Yeah, you are.
That
Yeah,
one's a
you are.
classic.
y'all are so like each other.
I've just
You
seen
really
that.
are.
I've seen that movie so many times. You know, it's one that I watched at a very, very young age.
Disney.
Obviously, once again, what Joseph said, preaches a very, very good message. Lots of quotable lines, and
It's about adversity.
absolutely
Getting through
battling
it.
adversity.
I just described every sports movie ever made. But this one's a better adversity, and they got through it better. So,
Exactly. It's all about being better.
It's all
Sean,
about heart.
favorite movie.
Go.
Dude, we both said Sean at the same time.
Okay, so I have
That was
one
really
that I know
cool.
the name of, and then one I'm gonna have to describe. Maybe
Okay.
y'all can help me out.
All right.
Okay, my first one's the game stand. Or is it the game stands
When the
tall?
game
When the game
stands
When the
stands
game
tall.
stands tall.
That's
I
a
like that
recent
a lot.
one. That was made
That's
recently.
true. That one's pretty new. Maybe 2015ish. Maybe.
Yeah.
That sounds right. But that one's really good. High school.
Yeah,
Pretty solid.
that's about the I forget the city, but they had the streak of
It's
the
in
most wins.
California.
Yeah. They had the most wins of any sports team,
They won
like the streak.
It was like
156,
something or whatever.
something like that.
I thought it was like 5.
Then it ended, and they had to find a way to,
Get it
get
all
back
back,
into the
right.
winning. All right, what's your next one?
Okay, it's in college, and he has been working really hard to get on the team.
Rudy.
It's not Rudy.
Dang
I love
it.
Rudy.
That
though.
is
I
Rudy's
thought I
a
had it
super good
as soon
one.
as you said it was college.
Rudy's probably my
That's what I
second
was
favorite,
thinking.
but
Dang
it's
it.
not that one
That's
either.
a good one.
It's he has something wrong with his foot, and his leg has to be cut off.
Oh, the one about the University of Texas player, All American.
Yeah, All American.
you
Yeah, that one's good too.
I don't like
Ladies
that
and
one.
gentlemen,
Really?
anything sports movies trivia, come to this guy right here. Come to
I
this
watched
guy.
it
think that one's
once
pretty good.
just to say that I watched it, but I
That
don't-
movie's sad.
It's like
That movie
get
is sad.
UT out of here.
Well, yeah, it doesn't.
Nobody
It
likes
kind of hurts that it's about Texas, but it's a great story.
I think I like it because it's a football movie that works on more levels than just football. You know,
I also think you just described every football movie.
that's
Ever.
good.
Football movies are just good.
I
That's
understand.
true.
I'm not sure there's
I
a
underst-
football movie that's not good.
I understand that it preaches a good message,
Mm-hmm.
but here's the thing: I just can't look past the fact that it's about UT.
That's
I
kinda-
just
You
can't
mean-
get by it. I just can't. I'm
You mean
sorry.
TU?
TU?
Exactly.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
We keep each other honest here on this show.
Comebacks.
But yeah, that's kind of the same for me. I love the movie, but it's
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 said,
tough
I
that it's
watched
about
it once
Texas.
That's true.
To say that I watched it, so people are like,
But it
"Hey,
is-
Did you watch this movie?
it is a good
yes,
one.
I did.
I just don't think there's not a good football movie out there. I don't think there's not a good baseball movie out there, and I haven't seen a bad basketball movie either.
Excuse me. Have you seen the new Space Jam movie
I
Space Jam 2 is
with LeBron?
I actually,
Holy cow, that movie was a trip.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Bad. You didn't think it was that
I
bad?
don't think it was that bad.
The
How?
whole time
What? Okay,
watching
name
it, I made
one
fun
good
of it the whole
part.
time.
I'm saying Jordan's is better. I just didn't think that one was bad.
no,
It was
cow.
awful.
It was
I got a kick out of it.
LeBron got
I wouldn't watch
the
it again.
worst acting award this year.
Is there a worst acting award?
Yeah, it's on something no one cares about. But still, worst acting award. He got it.
Interesting. You know, I got the best actor award.
Who?
Will Smith. But we don't have to bring that up because that's not sports related. Go listen to the Bool Club podcast because they do talk about that.
We do talk about it. The
Yeah.
slap.
The slap. But here on Under Review, we talk about sports related stuff.
Everything relevant to the world.
You know.
Just kidding.
But
We talk about relevant stuff too.
so yeah, is y'all all time sports movie, Nick? Is it? What is it? All time sports movie. Your top. It's probably kind of got to be out of the three you just named.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna say Moneyball.
Moneyball is amazing.
That one is just so good. Could watch it 1,000 times.
Sean, all time sports movie. Go.
Probably
Now. Go.
The Blind Side.
Ooh, The Blind Side is so good.
Interesting.
I actually didn't even think about that one.
I forgot
That
about
is
it
definitely
in the football segment.
that is definitely
but I
my
just
second
remembered it.
favorite football movie.
I think it's my favorite.
Oh, I love
Just
The
something
Blind
different,
Side.
you know?
I love The Blind Side.
So basically, ignore Sean's last part.
I'm gonna
Yes,
cut
football.
the entire last 10 minutes out. Just kidding.
Just have it
kidding.
where y'all are talking, but it sounds like someone else should be responding, but it's just silent.
That's true. That's true. Anyways, this has been a fun episode.
Right?
Talked a little
We covered the
NBA,
main stuff, and then we thought we'd give you.
some sports
Fine.
movies. Hey, let us know
The
what
personal
y'all's
side
take
of
on
us.
sports movies is because we're open to suggestions. Also, UREV Nation is now the name of our following.
We heard some
Rev.
Some
comments
feedback.
about
Some
the
feedback.
dazzle. That's just a little.
Not
Ooh,
really sportsy.
What is the word that we're looking for?
It's not as sportish.
feminine.
Okay, that's not the word we were going for.
That's what I was.
Are you trying to get us canceled?
You know?
Actually, I had a really good. I heard something from people from like Germany, where they were like, "We want to be called this."
Go.
It's called. They want to be called the Undies. Under review.
And no.
No.
And
Germany,
with that,
you've been denied.
this episode is now over. But here's we like to end it with a motivational quote from the sports world. Now that we're done talking about undies, everybody has talent, but ability takes hard work. That was brought to you by the GOAT, MJ. Michael Jordan, number 2-3.
Michelle
The Chicago
Jordan.
Bulls.
That was that quote made me want to just get out there and just
Run through a brick wall.
run
Let's
through
play
a brick
basketball,
wall.
you know?
Let's go play basketball
do it.
right now. With my broken hand, I will play
You
basketball.
could shoot.
I could shoot. Actually put on a glove today and closed it.
Nice.
So we're making progress.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Mom, Dad, I'm not doing anything to hurt the hand. I just put the glove on and closed it. That's
He
all
is.
I
He's
did.
endangering himself.
Oh boy.
It was okay.
We're gonna make them
I
drive
just
up
threw
here.
95 at him a couple times, and he palmed it every time. But it was fine. Nothing
no
happened.
biggie.
I just wanted to see if the hand worked. Okay, it does. I might have surgery now, but other than that,
It works.
It works. But thank y'all so much for tuning in this week. We'd like to thank Sean for coming on. We would like to thank the Bool Club for letting him come on. And we also did a collab with the Bool Club, which will be releasing soon, so keep your eye out for that. Let us know any feedback you have. Like, comment, subscribe to the podcast and or YouTube channel.
Yes.
And UREV Nation.
Once again,
we will
still
see you
have
next
plenty
week.
of mugs and hats.
That's true. Merch is
Please
still
reach
available.
out.
By the
Okay.
UREV merch.
See
We
you
will
later.
see y'all next week.